So today I'm going to be giving you an update on my TBR challenge. So in March and April, I wasn't very successful in keeping up with my challenge. I have a full video talking about all of that down below, and I did end up having to get rid of 2 books on my TBR. So if you're interested in knowing what books I got rid of or what was going on, I will put the playlist to my TBR challenge down below so you can check it out. That also includes the video where I explain what my TBR challenge is. So if you're new to the channel and not familiar, I have a ton of books on my TBR that I haven't read that I was buying a lot of, and I really want to kind of reduce my TBR this year. That's been a goal of mine. So to do that, I am trying to read at least 1 book on my TBR every month, with the hope that I will actually read more than that. So every month, in the beginning of the month, I randomly generate 3 numbers that are linked to a list of my books in like a Google Doc, and then I try to read 1 of the 3 books that I randomly generate. So I'm doing it this way because sometimes I have difficulty like picking a book that I want to read. So this kind of forces me to pick a book from a smaller number, only 3 books. And I've found that I have been really good at least getting 1 book read. But in March and April, I was just not very successful on that because I was preoccupied with other things. But I'm really ready to get back into it in May. Another part of the challenge is that I'm not supposed to buy any more books because that's adding more books to my TBR. But unfortunately, I did go out and buy 2 books from Target a couple weeks ago. So as my kind of per usual, I have to let you guys know what books I bought, and this is also going against my ban, and I'm probably going to go against it in May if I'm going to be completely honest, because it's my birthday. So I'm going to probably buy a lot of books for myself because my family never really buys me any books for my birthday. So that's also probably going to happen. So I'm probably going to break my book buying ban in May as well. But I'm going to try to read a lot more books on my TBR this month. If the books all sound really good, I'm going to try to read all 3 of them in May. I'm trying to read, I've been reading a lot of like arcs on NetGalley for the first like 4 months of this year, and I'm going to try to reduce how many arcs I'm requesting and read more of the books on my TBR, so hopefully I can get through all 3 of them in May. So first, let's talk about the books that I bought from Target. So the first book that I bought was Erotic Stories for Punjabi Widows by Bali Kaur Joswal. And this was at Target. I heard a lot about it on BookTube a couple weeks ago, and I was like, this sounds really interesting and scandalous, so why not pick it up? And I've been wanting to read something that's a little not lighter, because this book is definitely not light in the material, but just something more fun and just easier read, I guess. But so far, I've really enjoyed it. It was more than I was expecting it to be. Basically, this book follows a young Indian girl who decides to work a job as teaching these widows English, and then she starts to find out that they're more interested in telling erotic stories. So she kind of helps them transcribe their stories in English, and then it starts to spread rumors around the community that there are these older women that are telling these stories, and it's about kind of her kind of getting to know these widows and what's going on in the community and how women are treated. And it's definitely got its light and like steamy parts. I wasn't expecting it, but you do actually get to read some of the stories that these women are creating. So there's definitely a little steaminess to this book, but it's also a mystery as well. So that was really interesting. There's a lot of tragedy that's in this story, but it also takes on a lighter tone at some parts, so I'm really enjoying it. I'll probably be doing a full review in May. I'm almost done with the book, but yeah, I've already started reading it, so this will hopefully be off my TBR very soon. And the next book that I got is actually a poetry collection called Yesterday I Was the Moon. And this is by Noor Unair. And I think she is a YouTuber and Instagrammer. And I know, I really refrain from getting these like YouTuber, Instagrammer poetry collections, but I was looking at it, the cover and the title really drew me in, and I wasn't gonna buy it because she was an Instagrammer and a YouTuber. But I was like, I checked out some of the poems, and they're actually really interesting. I really connect with some of the poems that I read before I bought it, so I'm hoping that I enjoy the rest of this collection, and yeah, I'm hoping that this will just get me that push I need to kind of explore more poetry, so we'll see. Those are the 2 books I bought. I'm going to be finishing one soon, and I hopefully will be getting to the poetry collection very soon as well, so I don't think those are going to be on my TBR for very long, so that's why I'm justifying those purchases, even though I shouldn't have bought any more books, but, you know, I can't resist. So yeah, let's get into our picks for May. So I'm using a random number generator, and the first number that comes up is 121, and that corresponds with the book 6 of Crows, and I am excited about this. I really want to read 6 of Crows. My mother read it and said it was really good, and I've just heard really great things about it, but I really wanted to read the Grisha trilogy before I read 6 of Crows, but I do not have those books, so I'm kind of hesitant to read it because I know I'm gonna really like it, but I really kind of want to have that background of the Grisha trilogy before I go into the 6 of Crows, though I don't know if it's necessary if I need to. So if you've read the Grisha trilogy and the 6 of Crows, do you need to read the Grisha trilogy before you read the 6 of Crows? Like, is it important, or can I just go into 6 of Crows without having read it? Because I really do want to read this one, but I don't like reading things out of order, I guess. So if you think that I should read it and I would be fine reading it without reading the Grisha trilogy, let me know in the comments, and I will probably be reading this one for sure in May. So let's do the next one. So the next number is 45, and this corresponds with the book Manhattan Mayhem. And I believe this is an anthology, actually, of a book of ghost stories that happen in New York. And the reason why I bought this was because the cover is spectacular. It looks so beautiful. I will put a picture above, but I will show you the actual physical book in my next video when I do the update, because I don't think the picture actually does it justice, but it's just so pretty. It's like this hardcover book with like a blue cover and the map of Manhattan on it, and I thought I just have to have this book in my collection without really knowing if I ever wanted to read what was inside the book. But I'm thinking I'm gonna give it a shot. I really wanted to read this book during like the October month, during Halloween, but since it's an anthology, I think I could just start reading it maybe in May and maybe finish it in June, who knows. But I'm excited. This is gonna be like a totally different genre for me, so I'm hoping that I enjoy the books. I'm just hesitant that I won't enjoy the stories as much, but we'll see. And the last number is number 14, and this corresponds with the book Hot Milk. And I actually have this on my on my pile of books right here. So it is Hot Milk by Deborah Levy. This I purchased at Half Price Books near my house. It was my first time going, and I was kind of just navigating what to look for, and I heard a lot about this book because I believe it was on the Man Booker short list, long list, but I heard a lot about it and it drew me, and that's why I kind of picked it up at Half Price Books. And I'm kind of interested in the story, but I honestly picked it up just because I heard of the title before. So we'll see. It's a little bit on the shorter side, so I definitely think it's possible to get through it. I was intrigued by the kind of mother-daughter relationship that goes on in this story, so hopefully I enjoy this one. The 3 books that I have to read are Hot Milk, Manhattan Mayhem, and 6 of Crows. That's a pretty good group of books. I definitely want to read 6 of Crows, so hopefully I can get that one. If I have to, I'm gonna have to read the Grisha trilogy before I start it, but I'm hoping I don't have to. And I think I'm definitely gonna get through Hot Milk this month. Manhattan Mayhem, I might start this month, but I'm thinking I'll probably just read it periodically, like a short story every once in a while, so we'll see. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you think I should read any of these books first, and I hope you guys are having a great reading month, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye!